Not a slave in sight. Where is everyone? There aren't even any soldiers.
Something feels off. I don't like it.
Like the fact that the enemy could ambush us at any moment? Yeah, not crazy about that either.
No, not that. Something else.
That must be Volron's castle up ahead. I suppose we just walk right up to it then?
That's what the guard from before said. Now, if we only knew where they were keeping Shion, we could try to...
That's it!
Hmm?
That weird feeling. It's not just that the city is empty. It feels like no one lives here at all.
Now that you mention it, it does feel strangely... artificial. Think maybe it's a district just for the Renans alone?
With all this open space, seems unlikely.
Huh?
Hey! You guys! What's going on? What was that about? They were Danins, right?
That wasn't normal. Wait, you don't think it could have been the fruit of Helgen, do you?
No, they seem too docile. What about astral energy? Could you sense any coming from them?
No, and I'm pretty sure I could tell if it was. If not that, though, then what?
Speaking of which, it didn't look like there was anyone guarding them either.
They were headed for the castle. I have a bad feeling.
So, any ideas what the deal was with that boatload of weirdos?
Your guess is as good as mine. They looked like Danin slaves, but beyond that...
This city is grander and more beautiful than any other we've been to, yet...
I know what you mean. From the architecture right down to the people, something feels off somehow.
I've long maintained one can glean a lot about a ruler from their city. Considering how unsettling this place is, I'd say I wasn't far off the mark. Despite its surface layer of majesty, walking around inside, it feels more like a hollowed-out ruin.
I say we follow after that boat. If we're lucky, they might be in the mood to give us some answers.
Gives me the creeps.
Law, your legs are shaking.
What? Liar?
Just kidding.
You...
I've seen ghost towns that were more alive than this city. Where the hell did all the Danins and Renans go? Shion. There's nobody here either. Looks like the only building up ahead is the castle. But...
No good. It's a dead end.
I don't relish our chances climbing. Or breaking through, for that matter.
And yet, this seems to be the only way inside. Take a look around. There must be a switch or something to...
What? What is it this time?
Look! Over there!
Alphen!
Astral energy? But then... that means...
Snap out of it! Can't you see what's happening? You're being deceived! Please stop! You'll die!
Damn it!
Bull Run is killing you! You need to run! Please, get off the boat!
What just happened?
We're being summoned.
Summoned? By that murdering monster?
It's all a demonstration designed to provoke. To prove to us, no, to Alphen, just what he's capable of.
Kidnapping Xian. Killing all those people. If it's just me he's after, then why hurt them? Why do all this just to get at me? You hear me, Volrun? Answer me!
Alphen, this is not your fault. Don't give this to him.
I know. And I won't. My hands are stained with blood. But even so, if we're going to stop that bastard, then I need to keep going. Let's move.
Damn it.
How awful. All of those people in the boats. Do you think they had any idea what was going to happen to them?
They did a damn good job of concealing it if they did. You ask me, the only thing on their mind was following orders.
And I bet I can guess who from. Volron.
The only thing they knew was mindless oppression right to the very end. What kind of purpose is that? Living only to die at your master's whim?
Being a slave means having your whole life stolen from you. In the worst cases, quite literally. That bastard will get what's coming to him. I'll see to it he does.
Is this what I think it is? Those people, they were all...
He's sick. Sick and deranged.
Remember this well. This is the true face of who we're up against.
Still, if it's not fruits of Helgen he's using, then how do you think Volron goes about controlling all of them?
They didn't look like they'd been threatened, but they didn't look like they understood anything either.
It could be something else, like a potion perhaps, but frankly I doubt it.
But that would mean they're following Volron out of choice? But why?
Nothing bolsters a despot's authority more than loyalty. Loyalty is advantageous for any ruler. For Volron, it means acolytes willing to give their lives for him. As for whether they did it willingly or not, I'd say they're merely puppets dancing to their master's tune.
But to the point where they'd give up their own life force? Is that even possible?
You just saw it for yourself. And think back to when I was your lord. If I'd asked you to sacrifice yourself for some cause, would you have?
Dohalim.
My apologies. My words got away from me again.
No, you're absolutely right. The only difference being that you never demanded such a thing. You wouldn't.
All lords are masters in the art of manipulating their subjects' hearts. Whether they use fear, torture, or various other methods, the outcome is the same.
Fear.
No wonder there's no remaining signs of a resistance force in this place.
Shion!
Wait! Something's not right.
Everyone. They're gone. And I'm all alone. It's dark. Please help me.
Shion,
It's so dark. Everyone.
we came to save you. It's okay now.
And I'm all alone. It's dark. Please help me. No.
Shion?
Lies.
This situation just got prickly.
There is immense dark astral energy here. Far too potent to be the work of a single individual. It's possible Volron's manipulating her. We cannot tell from this far away. We need to be much closer.
Only to do that, first we need to get rid of the thorns. So we fight fire with fire! Unless you have a better idea. In here! Alone. I can't die. But I also can't live.
Shion! Shion! We're coming for you! Won't let you down this time. Ah! Pain I feel. It's nothing compared to what you're going through. I won't let you go again. I can take whatever you give me. So please, open your eyes. Shion!
This one, get ready!
Dragon Swarm!
Not on my watch! Tiger Blade! Hurricane!
Inferno Punch! Take this!
Tempest Whirl!
Hurricane! Dragon Swarm!
Tiger Blade!
Dragon Shout!
Raging Cascade!
Dragon Swarm!
Dustin, I'll finish you here and now!
Dragon Swarm!
In here!
You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Blade! Dragon Swarm!
The thorns just keep growing back. If this keeps up, then...
alone. I'm completely alone.
You're wrong.
Alvin!
She thinks we left her all alone. She can't see us or hear us. All of this. It's because I pulled away from you. Because I couldn't hold on to you. Shion. But you're not alone anymore. Law's here. And Rinwell too. Kisara. And Dohalim. And so am I. Believe me when I say, you are not alone. So please, don't give up on us. We will bear your thorns together. I swear it. Shion.
How many times do I have to tell you? Not to be so careless.
There is no more time for us to rest.
Let us finish this. I entrust this blade to you once more.
Let's go. Bull Run is waiting.
Hey, Alphen?
What is it?
While I was away, what did you do?
I missed you.
Alphen. But after what happened because of me,
I got a glimpse of the real you. It was worth it. You could say the pain is some kind of reward.
some reward. You sure all that hurt hasn't done something to your head, too?
Hey now.
Is it just me, or are they...
It's been a while. They're just happy to see each other.
I know. I mean, it's fine.
We all express ourselves in different ways. Leave them be.
They should get a room.
Shion.
Thanks. I'll be okay. Let's go. We have... So, the Sovereign, the Renis Alma, the fate of Lenegis 300 years ago? Yes. That is a lot to take in, isn't it? I never realized the weight of the burden you were carrying.
I could say the same.
The person you kept mistaking me for. It was Naori, wasn't it? So, what do you think? Could I be her descendant?
It seems likely. You two do look very similar.
Kidnapping Shion, mistreating slaves, and who knows what other terrible deeds. Seriously? These so-called lords just think they can do whatever they like.
I am deeply ashamed to be one of their kind.
Sorry, my bad. I didn't mean you, Dohalim.
Do you think Volron could have been behind what just happened with Shion's thorns?
I'm not sure. If it was bait he needed, kidnapping her should have sufficed. Perhaps he had some other purpose in mind.
Her thorns aside, as a hostage, surely it would have made more sense to keep her close at hand. So why did he leave her unguarded?
If getting rid of Alphen was Volron's only priority, then he could have ambushed us directly. It's not as if he lacked the power. He chose not to, which means he's toying with us, prolonging Alphen's suffering as much as he can.
But why? What does Volron specifically have against Alphen? Is it because he's leading the Danon rebellion?
Possibly. But try to see it from Volron's perspective. He'd do anything to win the crown contest, correct? Knowing that the true sovereign already exists somewhere is bound to ruffle his feathers. Have your paths crossed before, Alphen?
Only when I've been with you guys.
In the end, we just find more mysteries.
What isn't a mystery is how badly we're gonna beat this creep up once we find him.
What a simple and straightforward person you are, Law. Those things that came out of Shion are her thorns, right? She said they're made of dark astral energy.
Way to give us a heart attack. I wasn't sure how that was gonna pan out for a while there.
I'm just glad everyone's safe. Really glad.
What about you, Shion? How are you feeling? He didn't do anything to you, did he?
The last thing I remember is being back on the ship. Back then. Seeing Alphen's pain return to him the moment he touched me. It brought me back to my childhood. The fear in people's eyes whenever they were around me. And the next thing I knew, darkness was welling up inside me. It was smothering me. I couldn't see anything anymore. I was all alone.
Shion.
You're okay now. You're safe, Shion. We're here with you. You're not alone any longer.
Thank you. Must be Volron's Imperial Guard.
They don't seem to be keeping lookout. More like they're waiting.
Oh well, the royal welcome was nice while it lasted.
Time to get our fists dirty, huh?
Wait, we don't have a plan!
As far as Law's concerned, this is the plan. Let's go!
Open your eyes! This blind loyalty is just another form of slavery.
Glory be to Volron!
It's useless. They're brainwashed. Just like the Danon puppets we dealt with outside.
I'll bring you back from death for this! More for the stockpile!
Get this on for size! Shouldn't have messed with me!
Here goes!
Ignite!
I'm ready!
Now, while it's breathing!
Take it down!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Alpha! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
I'll bring you back someday! There's a lightning attack! Mega Ray!
Sword Rain out!
Mega Ray! Here's a healing art!
Not today!
I'll smash you! I'm just getting
More now!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Well, that didn't feel great. Those soldiers were just like the slaves, driven by a warped sense of loyalty.
Yeah, that was just about as hollow a victory as they come.
It's strange. I always thought loyalty was one of the greatest virtues out there. Now I'm not so sure. Is it simply a question of where your loyalties lie? Or is it fealty itself that's the problem?
Maybe it only becomes a problem the moment you stop thinking for yourself.
So if we defeat Volran, you think they might learn to think independently again?
Actually, no. Never mind. This isn't the time. We can worry about that after we finish the task at hand and defeat Volran.
As expected, Volron's elite guards are quite formidable. Their equipment and training far exceed those of any foot soldier.
We need to be careful not to let them exhaust us before we... reach Volran.
A grandiose castle for a grandiose city. He really didn't cut any corners.
They're certainly akin to each other. And yet, I'd say the castle seems even more reflective of its owner's personality.
In what way?
It feels overbearing, tyrannical almost. But more than anything, merciless. As if any pretense to ease of living was sacrificed in favor of sending a message. One of domination, and a thirst for total power. In other words, the perfect domicile for our power-crazed foe.
That's why he let us in. It's precisely the message he wanted to convey. Almost like he's mocking us.
That bastard's in the mood to play? We'll see who's laughing once we've taken him down a peg or two. Is it just me? Or is the blazing sword burning even more brightly than before?
Yeah, as if the astral energy within it has become more powerful somehow.
It would appear Alphen has learned to harness his sovereign abilities to even greater effect.
Is that true, Alphen?
I'm not sure. I don't think I'm doing anything differently.
You're not. It's proof of your strengthened bond with Xion. No further explanations needed.
Oh man, for real? Nice!
Is that true?
How am I supposed to know?
Fat lot of good the two of you are.
I may have a theory or two I could offer.
Yeah, no. I think we're good.
Now that you mention it, though, I guess I have noticed a change. It's like there isn't as much resistance when energy's being siphoned from my master core.
Aha! So it is a bond thing! Aw, you guys!
Wait, what about your hand? That thing practically used to give you third-degree burns every time you wielded it, right?
Kisara's got a point. And if it's gotten even hotter since then...
I won't lie. The searing heat and pain are almost unbearable. Almost. When I'm fighting, I'm somehow able to endure it. It's like the sword becomes part of me or something. Like I can feel it pulsing through my chest. I can't describe it.
In other words, your heart burns with a flame more powerful than even that of the sword. Fascinating.
Yeah, take it from our resident poet laureate.
It's no ordinary enemy.
This won't be easy. Don't be such an pessimist. I'll bring you back from death to life. Here! I'll bring you back from death. Lightning orb! More with that
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that. Alvin! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
How's that for a kick? I'm getting better, right?
Quite. I'll be relying on your fancy footwork.
Does fancy footwork mean running away like a chicken?
No!
It's such a huge area to search. Where should we even begin?
So where is he?
There's no sign of him here, so I can only assume he's waiting for us in his throne room.
What's with all the fake suspense? Why doesn't he just come out and face us?
I'll say. It's not like he's had any problem doing that in the past.
This is all one big game to him. He's probably savoring every last moment.
Like a Zoogle toying with its food before the kill. No wonder he doesn't have any friends.
This is all just a ploy to weaken his prey, wearing us down before the final ambush. It's all too well orchestrated to be anything else.
Alvin?
I'm fine. Once we defeat Volron, the final Master Core will be ours. With that, we can create the Renaissance and finally put an end to this whole nightmare. The path being pulled up like some kind of drawbridge?
I'm guessing there's no way to kick it back down, huh?
Most likely, it's connected to a control apparatus of some sort. I suggest we search around and see what we uncover.
Glory to Bola! Double demon
Mega Ray! I'm on a roll now! Eagle Prime! It's go time!
I'll smash you!
Rising Wonder!
Inspiration! I'll be this one!
Demon
Here's the healing art!
Dragon Fall!
Now!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I'm ready for the next battle!
No choice!
Should have messed with me!
You picked the wrong fight!
I'll bring you back from death.
Stand back! I'll trip it up!
Not on my watch! Astral energy!
Say no more!
I'm on it!
Photon blast! Raging cascade!
Megatonic
Don't get complacent.
Get lost!
I can carve through
I never miss!
Eat dirt!
Swallow blade! All finish you here and now!
I'll bring you back from death now! I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Demon Fang!
Mega Ray!
Finish it!
Sleep now! Astral energy!
Say no more!
You're mine! First Flame Alpha!
Raging storm!
Double Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Take this! It's over!
Dance to the wind!
Not today!
Time to shoot! In here! Mega Ray!
Here I come!
Here's Hurricane! Here's a healing arm! First aid! Here goes!
Double Demon Fang!
Confiscated!
We managed to pull through.
It'll take more than this to stop us!
Perhaps they were trying to exhaust us?
Right, here goes! Glory to Volron!
Attack time! Demon
Mega
Fang!
Ray! Thunder Field!
Double Demon Fang!
Raging Cascade!
The flame inside me
Field.
yearns to be let free!
Swallow Blade! In the sky is mine!
Dragon Shout!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Mega Ray! Lightning Condensed!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Bubbling to me! Dance to the wind! Air First aid! Photon
Demon
Strike!
Fang!
Mega Ray!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Happy Swirl! I never miss!
The enemy wields ours too.
We'll soon see about that! Here
Flame
goes!
Alpha!
Not on my watch! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! I'm ready for the next battle!
We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
By the way, I wanted to say sorry for attacking you when we first met.
Fret not. If nothing else, it made our encounter that much more lively.
I know, but I have a bad feeling about this.
Glory to Volron!
Raging Cascade!
Carve through armor! Burn!
It's a Doozy up!
Blind freak! Time to let it rip! Shion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! Here, let me help! First aid!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Swirl Blade!
Here's a healing art! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Let me help!
Rising Walker!
First aid!
I owe you one.
Think again!
Burn! Double Demon!
Dance in the wind! In here! I'll make the wind this way! Here's a healing art!
Finish it! Inspiration!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
With this, I can become even stronger.
Not today!
Where are you going? Not in your dreams!
Take this! You're finished! Blow away!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the pummeling to me. I'll smash you!
Swallow blade!
Here's a healing art!
You're mine!
First aid! Here, let me help.
Thunder field!
Eat dirt!
Like that dance in the wind! Field!
Flush!
More for
Watch
the
this!
stockpile!
Swallow blade! How about this? Burn!
Supernova!
You picked the wrong fight!
More with that
I'll bring you back from death to
You're
this!
mine!
Resuscitation! Got you! Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! I need to be stronger.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Confiscated!
It's over!
Dragon Shout! I'm ready! They may look cute and tough, but they're big dead! Now,
I'm on it!
we got one!
Pesky airborne
Now
scoundrels.
you see
Sounds
what I
like
can
a job for yours truly.
Mega Ray!
An astral art?
That's my cue! I never miss!
Shut him down!
Away!
Rising Wyvern!
Mega Ray!
It's on! Inferno Punch! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Here's a healing art. First aid!
Rising Wyvern! Not today!
Not on my watch! I'm on a roll! More where that came from!
You were playing nice. Primed and ready.
I never miss!
Demon Fang!
Air thrust!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Eat this! Watch this!
Burn!
Here's another!
Here, let me help.
Raging Cascade! Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
I'll bring you back from death's
Here I
I'll
come!
bring you back from death's abyss.
Raging storm!
Any more of this and I'll burn out!
Here, let me help. First aid! That took more energy than I expected.
Say no more!
Flaming meteor! Here! I'm out of ammo! Shining supernova!
Do it! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
I'll do everything I can with this power.
Make us proud, Alphen.
Yeah, we're counting on you.
I guess I am too.
Dragon Swarm!
Take this! Does that really work? Now everything! This one's mine!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
It's over!
Far enough!
Light astral energy! Recover!
This one is mine! That's it!
Dragon Swarm!
Tiger Blade!
Photon and lightning,
Dragon
here
Swarm!
goes! Not on my watch! Lunar corruption! Gemini
Flaming Sabot! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Photon
The enemy
flame!
wields arms too!
You'll soon see about that!
Burn in hell! Try harder!
Go
No, you
in!
can't! Dragon Swarm!
And again! I'm out of ammo!
Dragon Swarm!
Where are you going? Raging cascade! Field!
Their arts were interrupted!
Field!
Take this!
More with that!
Dragon Swarm!
This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Appreciate the help!
All mine!
Dance in the wind!
Not today!
Tiger Blade!
Far enough!
Too much to handle? Not on my watch! Lunar correction!
Dragon Swarm!
Lunar blast! Light astral energy!
Dragon Swarm!
Downfall!
I feel sprightlier than before.
Hey, didn't we come through here earlier?
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't know where we are anymore.
Everything around us looks the same. It's easy to get turned around.
Out of our way! Raging storm!
Dragon Swarm!
Two heads? That's not even fair! Eat dirt!
Dragon Swarm! We got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle!
Astral arts?
That's my
All
cue!
yours!
Tiger Blade!
Shut him down! Try harder! Now! You're mine!
Do it!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Lunar corruption! Shining! Raging!
Devastation! Mirage! Bubble Blade! Mirage!
I owe you one.
Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm! This one's all mine!
Lightning orb!
Too fast!
Stand back! I'll trip it up!
Flame of fire!
Down! You're on!
In the wind!
Tiger, make it red by the power of
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Steel force! More where that came from!
Dragon Swarm!
Dance in the wind! Lightning to that one's mine!
Eat dirt!
Thunderblade! Power of water!
Dragon form!
Magna-Ray! Not in your dreams! Here, let me help. Where are you going? Lightning orb! Raging cascade! Tiger blade! Here's a healing arc! First aid!
Dragon form!
Lunar current! Where was that came from?
Dragon form!
Here's flame of fury!
This one's mine! Glacial spear!
Here's a blade! Tunnel! Three
Come
blades
on!
again!
It's over! Try harder! Now! You're mine! You're finished! Dragon! This one's all mine!
Tempest!
I'm ready! Tiger blade! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa! Will this help?
Dragon form!
Raging cascade!
Dragon form!
Perfect field!
Here I come!
Tiger
Dragon
blade!
form! Burn in hell! Dragon form!
Where are you going? Not in your dreams!
Time to shine!
Reload! Gemini Aqua!
Dragon form!
Thunderblade!
You're mine!
Searing flame! Reload!
Dragon form!
I'm out of
Far
ammo!
enough!
Dragon form!
Time to shine!
Any more of this and I'll burn out!
This one's mine!
Dragon form!
Appreciate the help!
Dragon form!
Shot!
It's on!
Going in!
Ignite!
Tiger blade!
By the power of water!
Dragon form!
On guard!
Bullseye!
You're
Dance
mine!
in the wind!
Tiger blade!
Form!
Light astro! Gemini Aqua!
Glacial
Dragon
spear!
form!
Piercing roar! On guard!
Lunar blast! Raging
One more! Tiger blade!
I'm not in your dreams!
Flaming
I
meteor!
never miss! Champion Swirl!
Dragon form!
Make it rain!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I've used a bit too much healing.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Try to Boron!
This one is mine!
Dragon form!
Dance in the wind!
Dragon form!
You see this coming?
Into the shadows!
The enemy wields our food.
You'll soon see about that!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Dragon form!
We have more energy! More annihilation! Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Raging cascade! Going in! Magna-Ray!
much longer will our healing arts last?
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Not again! You're finished!
Spear.
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning containment.
Yeah! You're off!
Dragon Swarm! Not today! Dragon Swarm!
Meteor.
I don't have much left!
Ready to go.
Look shot!
Dragon Swarm!
Not on my watch.
Tiger Blade! Far enough!
Lightning orb. Annihilation. Mega ray.
An astral arc?
That's my cue.
Shut him down! This one's all mine!
Look shot!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
Radiant. This is it. Perfect power. One more. Freeze lightning condemn.
Ignite!
Searing flame.
Dragon Swarm!
I'm out of ammo.
Rising Wyvern!
I'm also dead.
Devastation!
Please now.
Dragon Swarm!
Tiger blade.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I feel the power flowing through me.
You'll be able to help even more people now.
Yeah, I guess I will. know.
What is it?
Do you remember that conversation we had after Almadria... You know.
An opponent like this... Should be easy.
Their arcs were interrupted.
Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal.
Flying freak! If they just hit
Now you've gone and
Sion,
ticked me
can you
off.
take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Far enough.
Healing circle! Lightning condemned! Lunar
the enemy wields arc too.
We'll soon see about that! Here's a healing arc!
Dragon Force! Dragon Force!
Here's a healing arc! First aid to the wind! Seal into the shadows!
Dragon Force! The flame inside is yours to be let free! Dragon Force!
Here, let this one mine! Where are you going? Here's my call! Raging red! Glacial spear! Here's evil! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here's a healing arc! Back into the... Here's the flame of fury! Lightning raging red! Here's my call! Here!
The flame inside is yours to be let free! Eat this! Now, freely!
Take it down!
Far enough.
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Searing flame!
Dragon
Lightning
Force!
orb! Into the shadows! Arc Mega Ray! Not on my watch! Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I need to be stronger.
Dispose of the trash.
Dragon Force!
Searing flame! Lightning
Dragon
Force! One more!
It's on! Eat this! Dragon Force!
I'll be saving this one by the power of water!
An astral voice?
That's my cue! Charge and
Shut
red!
him down!
Raging
Dragon Force!
This one's mine! Do it!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
Dance in the wind! Mega here!
Going in.
Dragon Force!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
Forgive you!
Dragon Force! Hurry to Volron!
Raging
Flame inside is yours to be let free! I owe you one! Not today! I owe you one! Dragon Force! An
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Piercing roar! This one's mine! Tiger Blade!
Dragon form! Try harder! No, thanks!
Steering clear! Another ammo!
Dragon form!
I'm ready! This one's mine!
Make it rain!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Raging Cascade! Steering flame!
Dragon form!
Tiger Blade!
Magic advance! Freeze laser!
Leave the charge
Dragon
on me!
form! Burn in hell!
Raging Flame of Fury!
Dragon form!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! I can feel my power growing!
Hi, Hoodle!
Shield and
Dance in the wind! Piercing! Freeze Lancer! Is it hot? Dispatch it out again! In here!
They got flyers!
Ice up! Let a marksman handle it!
Too strong! All yours!
Dragon form! Go! It's over! Lightning! Sleep now!
The enemy hears us too!
We'll soon see about that!
Dragon form! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Dragon form! Dragon form!
Annihilation! Radiant look!
We did it!
I never miss!
Dragon form!
More with that here! Let me help!
I'm gone!
Try harder!
Leave the
Rising
charge
Wyvern!
to me!
No escape!
Glacial Spear!
Denied!
Freeze Laser!
Shield down! Dragon form!
Now! I'm out of it! I'm all stopped up!
Dragon form!
Aw, too shiny! I feel sprightlier than before.
You're so strong, Xion. Even after everything you've been through.
I wouldn't say I'm strong. I don't know what would have happened to me if I'd stayed alone.
I think you would have endured. As long as you remember you're never truly alone. Hi, Hoodle!
Eat this! Dragon form!
That's it! Tiger Blade!
Dance in the wind!
You picked the wrong fight!
Easy and smelling to me.
Aw, too shiny! Their arts were interrupted! You made me angry! That was a bad idea!
Dragon form!
Raging Storm!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Radiant Pierce! Lightning!
I'm gone!
Here's the healing art! Raging Storm! I never miss! Here I go! Here goes!
Charge up!
Dance in the wind!
This one's mine!
Lightning!
Tiger Blade!
Dragon form!
Don't get in my way!
Here!
Raging Cascade! In here!
One's going down!
I'll be taking this one! I'll heal you all! Lightning to death!
Dragon
Ready,
form!
here's a healing art! Too much to handle!
I owe you one!
I'm all stopped up!
Dragon form!
Another
Dragon form! Dragon form!
Raging Cascade!
Look sharp!
Field!
Look sharp!
I'll be ready!
Dragon form! We did it!
Lightning
Dragon
Triple! Here's a healing art!
Time to
Dragon
charge!
Swarm! Air thrust! Freeze blade!
Ready to go!
Lightning! Downfall!
I'm out of air blossom!
Can't be squad!
Where are you going? Tiger Blade!
You picked the wrong fight!
I'll heal you all!
Dragon
Go
Swarm!
in! Here, let me help!
Thanks!
Denied! Here
Dragon
comes one
Swarm!
more! Mega Ray!
Dragon Swarm!
Gale Force!
Look sharp!
Dragon Swarm!
Aw, too shy to come over! Here, let me
Dragon
go!
Swarm!
Lightning to death!
Tiger Blade! Mega Ray!
Dragon Swarm!
Raging Cascade!
Here I come!
This one's
It's
mine!
on!
Dance in the wind! Sleep now! More for the stop!
Healing Circle!
Lightning to
Dragon
death!
Swarm!
Moon Corruption!
Time to shine!
Gemini Aqua! Here!
Dragon Swarm!
Look sharp!
Raging Storm!
Glacial Spear!
Here's evil!
This one's all mine!
Go in!
Not today!
Tiger Blade!
Raging Cascade!
Dragon Swarm!
Annihilation!
Where are you going?
Time to let it rip!
Dance in the wind!
Dragon Swarm!
Sleep now!
Will this
Swallow
one
Blade!
I'll be saving this one!
Mirage!
Healing
Swallow
Circle!
Blade!
Look sharp!
Lightning!
Dragon Swarm! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I felt better, that's for sure. Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle? Look at that enemy. It's shining.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough!
I'm only getting started. This one's not my watch.
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning Orb!
Dragon Swarm!
Flaming Meteor!
Dance in the wind!
The enemy reveals us too.
We'll soon see about that!
Burn it down! Dragon Swarm!
Will this help? Make it rain!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Go in! Here goes!
Dragon Swarm!
I don't have much left. Thanks, Shion. Where are you going?
Thanks so much!
Glacial Spear!
Dragon Swarm!
Freeze Lancer!
This one's mine!
Take it!
Spider Blade!
Dragon Swarm!
Denied!
Dragon Swarm! Not today!
This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
I'm gone! Make it rain!
Remove!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
With this, I can become even stronger!
It's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
What is this place?
Look! Over there! Looks like there's no backing out now.
Ah, the old roaring beast welcome, eh? No class.
Look sharp, everyone!
Volron rolling out the red carpet?
Yeah, some hospitality.
Can we all concentrate on fighting this thing?
Stop!
Going in! Tiger Blade! Glacial Spear! Aim for the weak point!
I don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out then.
And miss all the fun. No way.
Appreciate you!
Dragon Swarm!
Here, let me help. Here I go! I'm going in! One more!
Astral Energy!
This one's mine! Tiger Blade! Here! Ready to go! Here's a healing art! Denied! First aid!
Tempest Wall!
Glacial Fire!
Not on my watch!
The enemy wields armed troops.
We'll soon see about that! Air throw!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Tiger Blade!
picked the wrong fight!
Burning strike!
Glacial Dragon Swarm!
Here's the evil! Freeze Lancer!
Look shot!
Raging Cascade!
Flaming meteor!
Shield! Radiant Crescent Moon! I'm out of ammo! Watch and Thunder Shield!
Dragon Swarm!
Forward out here!
Glacial fire!
In here!
Dragon Swarm!
First aid!
Thanks, Shion.
Radiant
Dragon
Meteor!
Swarm!
I'm out of ammo! I'm all stuck!
Dragon Swarm!
These guys come over! Here!
Here's another! I never miss! Puddle!
Dragon Swarm! Remote!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Here, let me help!
Dragon Swarm!
This
I owe you
one's
one!
mine!
Ready to go!
Dragon Swarm!
There's something in the tower!
Hey! You didn't ask for a replacement!
Crescent Moon! Photon Flash! Radiant Here!
You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
First aid! So much!
Dragon Swarm!
Mega Ray!
Glacial fire!
I'll cover you!
Going in!
I owe you one!
Raging Storm! Here's a healing heart! First aid!
Appreciate the help!
Dragon Swarm!
Go get it! Tiger Blade! Lightning Condensed! Thunder Blade! Crescent Moon!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for! Get behind
In
me!
the wind!
Got it!
Going in!
Leave it to you!
Photon Flash!
Dragon Swarm!
Here, let me help! In here!
Dragon
Here's
Swarm!
the stockpile! First aid! Not in your dreams! This one's mine! This one's mine! Where are you
This isn't
going?
looking good!
Light up the dark!
Alright,
Let me out! Time to shine! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Lightning Condensed! Thunder Blade! Healing Circle!
Let me out!
Radiant Here! Just what I needed! Here's a healing arc!
Good shot!
Shining Superstorm! Raging Cascade! Reload!
Dragon Swarm!
Dance in the wind!
This one's mine! Light up the dark!
Dragon Swarm! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm!
I'm out of ammo!
Dragon Swarm!
First aid!
Thanks!
Gale Force!
This one's mine!
Sleep now!
Nothing can hide me!
Freeze Lancer!
Guardian
Arc Steel!
Try harder!
Just what the doctor ordered! Here's a healing arc! First aid!
Appreciate the help!
Not in your dreams! I'm almost impressed!
Far enough!
Hot praise coming from you.
I said almost. Don't get carried away.
I'm gone!
Dragon Swarm!
It's weakened!
This ends now!
Here comes! Take that! Puddle!
Going in!
Lightning Condensed!
Going in.
Thunder Blade!
Going in!
First
Take
aid!
this! Tiger Blade!
This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning Condensed!
Here, let me help!
Dragon
Power
Swarm!
of water! One more!
Searing Flame! Reload! Here comes!
Dragon
I
Swarm!
will know! Thunder Blade!
Going in!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Do it! Appreciate the help!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Clock!
That's one of them taken care of.
Should make things easier at least.
Annihilation! Here goes! Lightning Condensed! Thunder Blade!
Dragon Swarm! Wait! Something's happening!
They fused together?
Thunder Field! Annihilation!
We became worse by the looks of it.
Is this its true form?
Healing Circle!
Appreciate
Concentrate!
Crescent denied!
Into the shadow!
Dragon Swarm!
Glacial Orb! Good shot!
Take this!
You
finished!
This one's mine! Sleep now!
Dragon Swarm!
Their arms were interrupted!
Lightning Condensed! Lunar Corruption! I never
Inside me
miss!
yearns to be let free!
Going in!
Dragon Swarm!
Take that!
Searing Flame!
Tiger Blade!
I'm all stopped up!
Take this!
Lunar Corruption!
Dragon Swarm!
Lunar
This
Blast!
one's mine!
That's it! I'll heal you all! Lightning
Look sharp!
Dragon Form!
Pick you up! Recover!
Thanks!
Here,
Dragon Form!
First aid! Appreciate the help! Lightning Orb!
Try harder! My turn!
You have to hold on! Freeze Lancer! Going in! Take far enough! Resuscitation!
I still got
Dragon
the fight
Form!
left in me.
Look sharp!
Any more of this and I'll burn out!
Dragon Blade!
Dance in the wind!
I owe you one for that!
Air drop!
The flame inside is yours to be let free!
Take this! Tiger Blade!
Dragon Form!
Radiant blood! Here!
Crescent Moon!
Glacial, this one's mine! Tempting whirl!
Take this!
Freeze Lancer!
Where are you going?
Dragon Form!
Here goes! Flame! Reload!
Take this!
Lightning! Here! I'm out of more with the stockpile! Lightning! Here goes! More where that came from! Here I go! I'm only getting started!
Look sharp!
Thunder Heel! Hear me! Radiant Cascade! Burning Strike! Not in your dreams! Here's a healing arc! First aid! Radiant Cascade!
Tiger Blade!
This should do it!
Now, Lunar Corruption! Lunar Blast! Back into the fray!
Far enough!
More where that came from!
Dragon Pistol!
Raging Cascade!
Going in!
Sealed!
Look sharp!
Healing
Form!
Circle!
Eat this!
My Tiger Blade! More where that came from!
Dragon
Look
Form!
sharp!
Air Thrust! Lunar Corruption!
Dragon Form!
Lunar Blast! Thunder Blade!
Tiger Blade! Here I go! Crescent Moon! Grind and
Dragon Form!
This one's mine! Thunder Blade!
Going in!
Flame!
That's it!
Reload!
Dragon Form!
Lunar Corruption!
Glacial Fire!
Shining Lunar Blast! I'm all stuck in the wind! Seal! Let me help! I'll run in this one!
Try harder! My turn!
Reload! Thunder Blade!
Dragon Form!
Here goes! Searing Flame!
Dragon Form!
Reload! Here's a healing
It's
arc!
on!
First aid!
Dragon Form!
Raging Sword!
Not
Here's
today!
annihilation!
Tiger Blade!
Last one!
Mirage!
Idaho! Raging Cascade! Sleep now! Gemini Aqua!
Mirage!
By the
Dragon
power of
Form!
Photon Flash! More where that
Denied!
Dragon Form!
Come over!
Here! Let me help!
Spread! Radiant Flame of Fury!
Going in!
Water! Here, my
Tiger Blade!
Let the Marksman handle this!
Dragon Form!
This one's mine!
I could do without this pain!
Lightning Orbs! Raging Cascade!
This should do it!
Dance in the wind! Flame of Fury! Burning Strike!
This time!
Crescent Moon! Photon Flash!
Burn!
Dance in the wind! Gemini
Dragon
Aqua!
Form!
Glacial Fire!
More for the Here's a healing arc!
Crescent Moon!
First aid!
I owe you one
Lightning
for that!
Orb! More where that came from!
Dragon Form!
Here's a healing arc! First aid!
Appreciate the help!
Now's our chance!
Dragon Form!
I'm gone!
Do it! Dance in the wind!
Remember!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! We did it. Everyone hanging in there?
Just about. Though if we have to waste our energy on many more like that, I don't fancy our chances against Volron. We gotta try to conserve.
That sound again.
You must be worried we'll have a change of heart. He's certainly pulling out all the stops.
Alphen, I know it's hard, but we have to stay focused on moving forward.
I know.
Are you doing okay, Shion?
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
We don't know what else Volron's got up his sleeve. Be careful, all right?
I'll go check and see if the coast is clear.
What is it?
Oh, it's nothing. Just wondering what that was all about.
Huh?
It's just, you don't think Shion is acting kinda weird around Alphen, do you?
Like standoffish weird? Isn't she always like that?
No, not that. I mean, since we rescued her.
Then I guess. Maybe it's the identical ancestor thing.
Maybe. I guess that could be it.
You sure you're not reading into it? What? What'd I say?
Nothing. Just forget it.
I can never win with you. You know that?
I wonder if we're getting any closer to finding Volron.
I sure hope so.
We'll find him. And when we do, there'll be hell to pay.
Hey, Kisara. Have you noticed how Shion...
Seems to be grappling with something all by herself?
Yeah. She's been acting differently around us ever since we rescued her. The same towards Alphen, too. Now that Alphen's regained his memories and his sense of pain, maybe she's become more self-conscious that she still has her thorns. In which case, it makes sense that she'd be feeling out of sorts. But I can't help but think there's something else, too.
You're wondering if there's anything you can do to help her.
Shion said something to me once. Something that helped me move forward. So I'd like to return the favor and do that for her too. The only problem is, even if I did have the chance to talk to her, I don't know what I could say that would help.
Shion's dealing with a lot right now. Maybe more than she can handle. Trying to unravel the threads of her own worries, that's challenge enough itself. Not to mention that trying to wade in blindly would probably end up making things even worse than they already are.
But how do we help her then?
For the time being, I think all we can do is be patient and keep an eye on her. That way, when she's finally ready to let us in, we'll be right there to lend her a shoulder.
I hope you're right.
So if Volron is the Lord of the Water Realm, then it's probably safe to say he has some water abilities tucked up his sleeve.
He and Alphen couldn't be any more different. It's like they were practically born to be rivals.
Looking back on it, in both of our previous encounters, he's only ever fought us with his sword. We haven't seen what else he's capable of.
And yet, even with only his blade, he still managed to overwhelm us. He's a force to be reckoned with. That much is certain.
Yeah, that guy is seriously bad news.
It'll be okay, Hootle. We'll get through this.
Shion?
It's nothing. Let's keep moving.
This area is the grandest looking of the lot, and not a single soldier in sight.
So probably the place. This is it, everyone. We can't let Vholran treat people's lives like toys any longer. We need to put an end to his tyranny here and now. Everyone ready?
Ready.
We've come this far.
Without question.
I'm nervous, but I know what needs to be done.
We've come for you, Vholran! Did you really come all this way, just so I could take you back over his dead body?
Bastard!
He dismissed them?
He must not think he needs them to defeat us.
Why have you been coming after me? Isn't it your ambition to become the winner of the crown contest? My ambition, you say? I have no ambitions. Since the beginning, everything was mine to control. Everything, including your life. I'm happy to see you.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
A lonely, watery grave is all the burial you shall ever deserve. And yet, it wasn't without regret that I watched you sink beneath those waves. Now, I get to savor carving the life of your body myself.
So all this, kidnapping Shion, sacrificing those people, it was all just for your own sick satisfaction? To help pass the time?
I would not expect you to understand the tedium that absolute power lays upon you.
I've had it with your mad ramblings. I'm here to take you down, Volron, and free those you've enslaved!
Very well. I shall look forward to fashioning my throne from the remains of your existence. Today you will die at my hand, and I shall bask in your final desperate pleas.
Well, I look forward to disappointing you.
Glacial fire!
Here's evil!
My turn! Dragon Storm!
Die.
Here I go!
Enjoy.
Mega
Not a
Ray!
chance!
Once and two!
Once
Glacial
wrong.
fire! Lightning Glacial Spear!
Take
Here's
it!
evil! Freeze Blazer! Raging Cascade! Radiant Fire! Dance in the wind! Here's a healing arm! Air thrust! One energy! Tiger Blade!
Dragon Swarm!
Lunar Corruption!
Far enough!
Dance in the wind!
Ignite!
Annihilation!
Tiger
Dragon
Blade!
Sword!
Die.
Sleep
Enjoy.
now! Glacial Fire! Out of ammo!
Die.
On guard!
Just won't stay still! If you can draw his attention, I'll pin him down.
Where are you going? Here's a healing art!
Fool. Entertain me.
Dragon Take care of bread! Here's evil!
Don't leave me all alone.
I still got some fight left in me.
Here, let me help.
Die.
On guard!
Take this.
Now! Did we get him?
He's open!
Let's go! Dragon Swarm! Swallow Blade!
Ready to go! Glacial fire!
Does that
Tiger Blade! Reload! In here! Here's a healing art! I'll be saving days!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that! Dance in the wind!
I'm ready! Remote!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Here's a healing art!
Dragon Swarm!
First aid!
Appreciate the help.
Tiger Blade! Keep planning!
Now this
Too
is
fast.
This looks
enjoyable.
bad! We've gotta stop him! Air thrust! Photon pack! Glacial spear! Here's the evil! This one's mine! Freeze laser!
Take this. Now, are you ready to entertain me? Don't disappoint me by dying.
Try harder!
Conjugated!
Eyes on the ground! Here it comes!
Damn it! Don't take your attention off his evil!
I'm only getting started!
Try harder!
Annihilation!
What's wrong?
Warfield! Going in! Mega Ray!
Tiger
I'll
Blade!
never miss! Raging Cascade!
Dragon Swarm!
Take this.
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Light astral energy!
Dragon Swarm! Try harder!
Healing circle!
Appreciate the help.
Dance in the wind!
Leave the charge to me.
More with the stockpile!
On guard!
Eat dirt!
Annihilation!
Glacial Dragon Swarm! Tiger Blade!
Glacial spear!
Here.
Here's the evil!
Die.
Going in!
Freeze.
Dance in the wind!
Die.
Recover!
Enjoy.
Raging storm!
Pathetic.
Try harder!
Die.
Lunar corruption! Here goes!
Take this.
Try harder! My
Heal
turn!
for
I'm
annihilation!
not done!
Here.
Try harder!
Tiger Blade!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Oh.
Dragon Swarm!
Photon flash!
Take this.
Too shy to come over?
Mega Ray!
Here, let me
Freeze.
help!
Take this.
Dance in the wind!
Dragon
Air
Swarm!
thrust!
Try harder!
Let me help! Light astral energy!
Appreciate the help! Switch to offense!
Take this.
Dragon Swarm!
Die.
Take mine!
Raging storm! Going in!
Take this.
Flaming meteor!
Lightning condensed!
Take this.
Not on my watch!
Die.
Dragon Swarm!
Take this.
Lay inside me! Good! Dragon Swarm!
This one's mine!
Take this. Here.
Try harder! My turn!
This one's mine!
Fool.
I'll cover you. Recover!
Thanks. That's far enough.
Here's a healing arm! First aid!
Here's a
This
ring!
way!
Damn! You're off!
Enjoy.
I never miss!
Look shot!
Here goes!
Four!
Lightning condensed! I'll
Take
heal
this.
you all!
Die.
Healing critical!
Denied!
There. Just like that.
By the power of love! Dance in the wind! Annihilation!
Now this is enjoyable.
How about this?
More for the stockpile! Lunar corruption! By the
Four.
power of love! More where that came from!
My turn.
Flame of fury! Ready!
Entertain me. Now, are you ready to entertain me? Don't disappoint me by dying just yet.
Blaze of fire! By the power of water!
Take
More
that.
for the stockpile! Tidal blade!
Fool.
Try harder! Nonsense!
Radiant
That's
spear!
far enough.
Here goes! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Let the marksman handle this! This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Radiant blood! Here! Lightning raging cascade!
Take this.
Searing flame!
Tidal
Fire!
blade! Enough ammo!
Flame inside me! Yours!
Take
Let
this.
free!
How about this? Gale force! More where that came
Dragon
from!
Swarm!
Die.
Water! Hear my call!
Dragon Swarm!
Radiant storm! Here!
Dragon
Flame of
Swarm!
fury!
Freeze.
Burning
Dragon Swarm!
Here's evil! Perfect no! Raging cascade! I'll heal you all! Pray!
Dragon Swarm!
Take this.
Sleep mode!
Appreciate the help.
Die.
Their arts were interrupted.
Here.
Here goes!
Here! Finished!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Got him! It's all over. Volron. Now put an end to that death procession you're holding outside. Right now! You think this is over? What? Who do you think you are?
No, that's...
How can this be? If Alpin's the Sovereign, how is it possible that Volron has that crest as well?
And if Volron's the Sovereign, then what was the point of the crown contest?
After everything we've witnessed, it would seem the whole thing is a ruse.
Bow before your sovereign. What the hell are you?
How sweet your ignorance must be. You resent not being the only sovereign.
That's why you're after me, isn't it?
There is that, I'll admit. But your grandest sin was unveiling your strength.
Sin? You use people as playthings. What right have you to speak of sin?
Sin is for the weak. The powerful care only for domination. We never asked you to rule.
No one did.
What do I care if you're wild? You are but a mote of dust in the light.
Alpin!
I'm through taking orders from tyrants.
Ready to go!
I will show you true power. Dragon
Here
Swarm!
Hear me! Flame of fury!
Lead!
Burning! Where are you going?
Ares! Food!
I'm gone! Birthday!
I owe you one for
I
that.
will show you true power.
The power of life!
This is looking good.
Raging
This should do it.
Glacial Spear.
Here.
Here's the evil. Here's the wind. Here's Blazer. Here's the
Dragon
hell.
Sword.
Here's the healing
Appreciate the help. All right, let me in.
I shall erase everything.
By the power of water.
I'll destroy
Raging
Tiger
Blade.
Blade.
Seal.
This one's mine.
God.
Confiscated. Raging healing heart.
Thanks,
Dragon Swarm.
Thunder Field. Lunar corruption.
Thanks, Shion.
Unleash lightning.
Gemini Aqua. Lightning Blade. Reload.
Dragon Spirit.
God.
Water, hear my call. Here's the
Unleash. Try harder. Now.
Glacial
Come on.
Light Astral
It's
Lightning.
over.
Where are you going?
Dragon Swarm. Show you true power.
Will this help? Switch to offense.
Here's the healing arm. Here, let me help.
I don't have
Unleash
much
light.
left.
Try harder. Not a chance.
Shining
Enough
Supernova.
done.
Fury. Raging Cascade.
It's over.
Dance in the wind.
Try harder.
Guardian
Not a
Field.
chance. Enough done. Burn in hell.
I'm ready to go.
I shall erase everything.
Take
this.
Just what I need. Here's my call. Dance in the wind.
Try harder.
Glacial Fear.
Not a
Here's
chance.
evil. Let it go.
Unleash lightning. Run.
Here's a healing arm. First
You're
aid.
mine.
One for that.
It's over.
Lunar corruption.
This one's mine.
By the power of water.
Tiger Blade.
Astral energy. Back into the
Aaron.
Here's the lightning
shot.
Aqua.
One
Thunder
more.
Blade.
Going in.
Hear my
Dragon Storm.
Blood.
Tiger Blade.
Flame of fury.
Denied.
Burning and ready. Raging storm. Never miss.
Tiger Blade.
Dragon
Radiant
Swarm.
Pierce.
Unleash lightning.
This one's mine.
Thunder. Lightning orb.
All shall bow before me.
Raging Cascade.
Dragon Swarm. It's on. Unleash lightning. You'll pay for that. I shall erase him.
An outstanding.
Lightning orb. Here goes. Take this. There.
Wretched one. No!
Everyone together.
I'll shoot him to it.
Roar.
Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade. Know your
Burn
place.
up.
Dragon Swarm.
Tempest Aqua.
Kneel before your sovereign.
Puddle. Light Astral Dance in the wind. Arch
Shield and face.
Your life will end here.
Help this.
He's about to attack! Jim, we need to stop him!
Gemini Aqua.
I am proof of it. All others shall be banished.
Annihilation. Tempest Sword in the sky.
Try harder. Come on, try harder.
Could this be the true power of a sovereign?
What is this?
I never miss. After order.
Die already.
Tempest Lightning.
Dragon Swarm.
I'm out of ammo. That's my cue.
I'll just shut him down.
Dance in the wind.
Great call.
Hear my call.
Here I come.
Spread. Lightning orb. Raging
Dragon
Cascade.
Swarm.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and utterly sweet!
Try harder. Stay away from my friend. Pissed off.
Hear my call. Meteor. Hear my call. Spread. Perfect move.
All shall bow before me.
Not on my watch.
Dragon Swarm.
By the power of
Burn in hell. I shall be the ruler of all things.
Denied. Crescent moon.
Tiger Blade.
Unleash lightning.
How about
Eat dirt.
Dragon Swarm.
This one's mine. Tempest Whirl.
Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Going in!
Dragon Force!
Going in!
Dragon Meteor! Only getting one!
This one's all mine! Accept your fate! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Force!
Look sharp!
Take fury!
Kneel before your sovereign!
Tiger Blade!
Lightning Orb!
You're not
Only getting one!
Dragon Force!
This one's mine! Going in!
Burning Sun!
Look sharp!
I am Fruit of all others shall be banished!
More where that came from!
Try harder! Try harder!
Feel it! Water! Here, rise and red!
Power up!
How about this? Here's evil!
Run! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! What do you think you can do? This guy's still standing? Victory! The throne! Everything finally belongs to me! I have seen the powers. Moves over and crushes all in his feet. You are next!
Is it over?
Yeah, I think so. There. We finally collected all of the Master Cores. So what do we do now?
It is said that bringing all the Master Cores together in one place should form the Renaissance.
So, now we put Shion's with the rest.
With that, we can finally free her of her thorns.
Shion. What's going on? Are we missing something?
We can't be. So why isn't it?
Alphen! Behind you!
Shion, are you the maiden?
What is this? Why is this happening?
What the? The Master Course!
Is that darkness? A dark Master Core?
The Renis Alma. It's here.
What's going on? The Renis Alma's only supposed to consist of the 5 Danon elements.
What do you think you're doing?
She disappeared?
What in the world just happened?
Is it over?
No. It's only just begun.
A month has passed. For the time being, we decided to stay put in Ganeth Harros. Even with their lord toppled, we had a long way to go before the people of Pelegion would be liberated in their hearts and minds. Lenegis hung ominously over our heads. We knew we'd need to deal with it sooner or later. We still had so many questions. The two sovereigns, the Red Woman and the Renaissance, the present and the past of 300 years ago. Not to mention what happened to Volron's body after his defeat. Still, we were determined to keep fighting. I had my hands full taking care of everything. But in some ways I was kind of grateful to be so busy.
Are you all right? You looked like you were spacing out there.
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry. You need something?
It's about that citizen's petition. I was coming to talk to you about it.
If I'm being honest, I think the problems of this realm's Danans hit close to home for me.
Oh?
You saw how things were in Menancia. We might have put way too much faith in Dohalim, but at least we could still think independently.
The people of this realm weren't even afforded that much basic dignity.
I don't know what kind of future the people here are going to ultimately choose. But whatever it is they decide, I want to help do my part so they can make that decision of their own free will.
You mean like how the Danans and Renans of Menancia chose to remain committed to coexistence? It'd be nice if this was a step towards that dream.
That's another issue altogether. At the very least, I want to believe all our hard work will pay off in the end.
Yeah. I guess we can only focus on what we can do right now and take it from there.
I'm going to go on ahead. Would you mind talking to Shion for me? Once you're ready, we'll meet up at the castle entrance like usual. We can talk more there.
Right. Got it. Shion's been hanging out in the observatory a lot lately. Let's see if she's up there.
Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renaissance. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Why did you destroy it?
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegus. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renis Alma actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are
Don't. It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Volron. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Hey, Shion.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But if you come any closer, you'll only end up getting hurt.
Because of your thorns, you mean? Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand, Never mind. Sorry, just forget I said anything, okay?
If it isn't your thorns, does that mean there's something else?
It's just... It's nothing, really, okay? So you can stop asking me.
Okay. In that case, I'll see you up ahead, okay?
What's this thing?
Oh, it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one, then.
We better get a move on, or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Volron's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final master core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that red woman and her abilities.
Were it any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renaissance, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renaissance sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right, then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Ganya.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Where are your rations? Did you not get yours?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about that. So you have your rations, and it's enough food, but there's still something wrong with them.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up. Are others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so, that's a serious problem.
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore. We need to investigate the castle.
It seems like the people here still tend to blindly follow any orders they're given.
It's a reflex that was quite literally beaten into them. Undoing it will take some time.
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelagian, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for Volron's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lenegis remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate? Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards? You mean Volron's soldiers?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just out of the castle either. The city, too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's Danans. Without them, making Pelagian half-habitable again has been one big headache.
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead they ran away and disappeared without a trace.
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go. Unless... You don't think they went to Lenegis, do you?
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in Pelagian are nowhere near ready to defend themselves. Great. Another headache to worry about. Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me! We all need salt in order to survive!
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
Do you sense one of your friends, Noodle? Hoo! Maybe something's going on in the forest.
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Maybe there's someone around here who needs our help.
Well... Hey! Got it!
Huh? I wonder if something happened. Huh?
Well... Yeah.
No way.
Huh? Got it! Boomy! Boomy!
Heck? Are you stuck on that too?
No, really. I kinda see where they're coming from.
Are you okay with anything as long as it's round and flies? Oh.
Serious?
Well...
Well...
Huh? Huh?
That's just...
I get...
Yeah. Law.
Yeah! Huh?
Oh?
Oh, wow! All right! I wasn't expecting a thank you for that.
Maybe socializing with people is helping to jog its memory bit by bit. You did good, Law.
Thanks.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
always loved the sound of hammers banging away.
Finally made it.
Guess I misread the landing. Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Lightning condemned!
I shall ensure you survive this.
I never miss!
Dragon Swarm!
I can shatter any steel.
I'm ready! Piercy, this ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly. You have firearms here on Dana.
I can show you mine if you like.
That would be really awesome, Sion.
I'm ready.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! With your flames and my technique,
We're stronger together than we are apart.
brace yourselves! This one's tough!
Dragon Swarm!
Come and face me!
Begin! Does it hurt? Tornado Drive!
Aim for the weak spot! Dragon Swarm!
Take this! The fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
It's in the sky, it's mine! Dance in the wind! In here! Orb with the Sapphire! Hear my call! Lightning orb!
Dragon Swarm! It's wide open!
It won't escape me.
Never miss! In here! Let's get you all tucked away! Radiant Steel Force! More with that burning strike! Raging Cascade! Here's evil! Sleep now! Freeze Lancer!
I'll face you.
Right!
Elusive deity.
Banana Force! Freeze Lancer!
Elusive deity.
Now or never! Here's our call! It's showtime! Blood! Elusive deity! Here's my call!
No further.
I'm ready!
The everlasting dump. Negative gain.
They're all coming after me!
I'm coming, Manuel.
I'm not scared! I'm totally fine!
Eat dirt!
Burning strike! Raging Hear my call! Ready! Red! Confiscated! Glacial Spear! It looks like you got this one covered!
Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm! Now, fall it freely!
Take it down! Hear my call!
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Water! Hear my call! Dance in the wind!
Negative now. Resonate with the earth.
Radiant Love! Here! Champion Swirl! Into the ground!
Elusive deity. Dating fire.
Dance in the wind! Annihilate Seal! Mega Ray! Get on in there with the others!
You require a head. You can't get out of this.
Dragon Swarm!
Raging Storm! Whoa! Hey! One at a time! I'll heal you all!
Not today!
Elusive deity.
Dragon Swarm!
Hold on to your art! Here I come! Take silver confiscated! Lunar Corruption!
Elusive deity.
There you go!
Dragon Swarm!
Here!
Heal.
Lightning Condemned! Water! Thunderblade! Spread! Burning
Negative
strike!
gain.
Water! Hear my call! Where are you going? Got it! Now's our chance!
Dragon Swarm!
Beckon into everlasting darkness.
Shining
Negative gain.
Supernova!
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
Sleep now! Let's get you off the door!
Elusive deity. Soaring blood. Elusive deity.
Dragon Swarm!
Dating pile driver.
Blonde Flight!
You require a head.
Radiant Spear!
Take this.
Photon Raging Cascade!
Dragon Swarm!
Spread! Dance in the
Resonate
wind!
with the earth.
Air thrust!
Stalagmite.
Photon
Another incantation ruined.
Try harder! My turn! You're mine!
I'm all stopped up!
Negative gain.
Dragon Swarm!
Elusive deity. Tornado drive.
Ignite!
Photon
Dragon
Magic
Swarm!
Shot. Radiant light.
Thrust!
Force of regeneration.
Sorry. I didn't want to put you out.
What our friends for, we can't depend on them.
You're right. I'll bear that in mind.
This one's mine!
You're mine!
Shot. Radiant light. Force of regeneration.
Dragon
Regenerate.
Swarm!
It's weakened!
Swallow Blade! This ends now!
Lunar Corruption!
Dragon
Resonate with
Swarm!
the
By
earth.
the power of Radiant Energy! Dance in the
You're
wind!
on!
In here! Let's get you off into
Dragon
it!
Swarm!
Raging
Try
Cascade!
harder!
Water! Hear my call!
My turn!
Resonate
Not
with the
now,
earth.
not ever!
No further.
Lightning Storm! Can't be happening! Banana Swarm! Raging Cascade! In here!
This should do it!
Hold on to your art! Here I come! Set my offer! Where would that be from? Full up! Raging Cascade! Feel! I'll be saving this one! Feel the
Dragon
water!
Swarm! Not today!
I'm almost impressed.
My praise coming from you.
I said almost. Don't get turned away.
Dragon Swarm!
This one's mine! Lightning never miss!
Its defenses are down!
Thunderblade!
Dragon Swarm!
Raging Storm! Into the shadow!
Don't get carried away.
Try harder! I'm not done!
Radiant light. Force of
Dragon
regeneration.
Swarm!
Regenerate.
Thanks!
Raging Storm!
You must be tired of healing.
I'm merely doing what I can.
Glad you're on up, Sophia.
In a bind?
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
They really made us work for that one.
Dohalim's fighting style is... what's the word I'm looking for? Subdued? No...
Do you mean elegant, perhaps?
Yeah, that's the word. For better or worse, you can definitely tell he's cut from posh rending cloth.
And he's not just skilled with the staff either. He can also use astral arts, including healing ones. I can see how he made it to the position of a lord.
You flatter me. But my fighting techniques merely come from a style that aims to conserve energy by minimizing body movement.
Is that why you wait until the last second before you dodge attacks? To avoid unnecessary movements?
No, I do that to sharpen my senses. I find that doing so is an effective means of drawing out my innermost strength.
Oh yeah, I've noticed you look stronger and strike out with your rod more after you dodge attacks. Guess that's why.
Still, it's a risk. Don't you ever worry you'll dodge at the wrong moment?
Then, it'll be just as well.
Huh?
It's nothing. Let us continue.
We've reached our destination.
Yeah!
gonna search through this whole castle?
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah. You've got a point, but...
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get it out.
Very well.
Well...
Hey. Pardon me.
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
Doesn't seem that way. They must think we're just Danons from the town.
Whatever's going on, these are Volron soldiers. Watch yourself.
Dragon Force and ghost you!
Don't mind if I do.
Dragon Force!
Flame of fury! It's in the sky and rain and
Dragon Force!
A wailing bamboo healing circle! Astral energy!
Say no more.
Yeah.
Hey.
You don't say.
Well...
Well?
How?
Oh, wow!
So then,
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
actually, they were... abiding Renan hierarchy, not me personally.
Well, either way, it solved the problem.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Geneth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danons as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danons, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But... I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen, but treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegus aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself... can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes, and yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Harros.
I know that, but our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just... don't be too hard on yourself, okay? No way! All right.
Having to inform a mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
Sorry.
Yes.
All right.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but...
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There's Zoogles roaming around out there. We should follow after her.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
What should I fix today?
Wasabi.
Rice!
Ice cream!
Meat!
Caviar!
You guys aren't helping.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
Do you mind if we chat a bit?
Now there's something I never thought I'd hear you say.
Remember when we talked about what it was like for me growing up? Well, I thought it only fair that I also get to ask what you were like as a child.
My childhood? Maybe you missed the memo that was going around, but I can't remember anything of my past.
I know. Just whatever you can remember. There's gotta be something, right?
Let me think. Well, have I ever told you about my army days? Back when I used to serve under a Danon master?
Yeah, but that must have been after you were already grown up, right? Do you happen to remember anything from back when you were younger?
Actually, I remember I had a kid with me.
You had a kid?
No, of course not. The child's father was another soldier. Back in those days, we risked our lives for a master we'd never even seen. We just fought for them and didn't even question it. When that kid's dad died and I saw them sitting there crying, I felt this bitter, indescribable feeling. It was like I was drinking something toxic that I knew I shouldn't, but couldn't stop. It was strange. I never understood why I reacted like that. Soldiers died every day. It wasn't anything new.
What it tells me is that deep down, you were the same man then as you are now. You've never been able to accept injustice in the world.
If you keep talking like that, you're going to embarrass me. I wonder whatever happened to that master and poor kid. Not that there's any way of knowing now. You know, I just remembered that kid was good at sewing dolls. They gave me one once. As a good luck charm to protect me.
Dolls? I think it's time we go to sleep. Come on, guys. We've got lots to do.
Yes.
What?
I'm afraid not.
I'm sorry.
Rinwell.
Huh?
Good.
Right.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right?
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, Law.
You're welcome?
think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our own.
You're right. We need to ask the other realms to send help, and fast. Another reason to hurry and find a way out of Ganath Haros.
Agreed. We'll start looking for a way out tomorrow. For now, we should spend the day resting up while we can.
What?
What's that noise?
Alvin, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance, too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsef, too. You saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelagian.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renan top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganatheros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cyslodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something.
I bet the whole of Dan is losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelegion seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave, that's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on, we don't have much time.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dana, did anyone else see any weird lights shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. For now, let's focus on one thing at a time.
Where are these Forland Mountains exactly?
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Loftu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
We finally made it.
There's certainly an abundance of water in this realm, isn't there?
This looks perfect. Guaranteed to...
I'll see you again tomorrow. I think we've rested long enough. Let's keep moving. There.
Armored soldiers!
Some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
All glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms, and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free.
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
No further!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Ignite!
Negative dragon form! Resonate with the earth!
Dragon form!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
The enemy heals us too.
We'll soon see about that!
Dragon form!
Let the marksman handle this! I never miss!
Dragon form!
A new melody.
Now I can... Ignite!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! I'm ready!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go. I can feel my precision improving.
This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here, then?
I'll see what I can do. Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Dahnan master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Dahnan master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Dahnan techniques, then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles, too. It's incredible, and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then.
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelegion?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.
You've noticed it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Shion.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegis as we make our way along this tunnel.
And you're saying it's related to Shion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. Why? There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from...
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Delpharis. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
I thought you said all Renans had dark astral energy inside of them.
Correct. However, what Shion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. Let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Shion, or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree?
It's obvious that people used to go through here in order to get to the other realms.
You think Volron really did seal it off to keep it hidden then?
Seems like...
Hi, Hoodle!
Dragon Form!
I'm only getting started!
Elusive deity! Rotating pile driver!
Your wings won't save you from me! Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
My fists are crushing it out there!
Out of our way!
Dragon Form!
It's over, sweet mouse!
Take this!
This'll come in handy! Lightning attack!
Try harder! I shall feel you where you stand!
Hear my call!
Flying free!
What can make us still?
Shion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! Don't mind if I do! This is it!
Damn it! It's too
I shall in short stand power. I'll trip it up.
Hear my call!
Dragon Form! We've turned the tables on them.
There are still more left!
Right. No time to hold back.
I'm ready!
Try
harder.
This one's mine!
Dragon
Where
Form!
are you going? Dance in the wind! Feel! This'll come handy! Downfall! Come out of there!
Dragon Form! Take this! I'm ready!
Metal Red! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
A chain between heaven and earth!
I'll face you!
A wailing beauty of
Elusive
lightning!
deity!
By the power
Dragon
of
Form!
now!
Your blade moves like silk. I just let my instincts do it. How fascinating.
As impressive as always.
Here I hoped I was improving.
Hold up! Is this as valuable as I think it is?
I see supplies and other signs people were living here. Even Zoogle cages.
Definitely. I'll take you all off!
Dragon Form! Ignite!
Dragon
Form!
Glacial Spear!
Dragon Form!
Free Lancer! Let's get you all custom.
We've turned the tables on the air.
There are still more left. Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Here I go.
Big swirl! Alright!
Dragon Swarm!
Spread! Not on my watch! Blaze of Steel! Fierce evil! Dance in the wind! Now!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Raging Cascade!
Dragon Swarm!
Dance in the wind! Mine! Air thrust!
Dance on the wind!
Between heaven and earth!
Ignite! I'm ready!
A wailing banshee of lightning!
My astral arts are coming along quite nicely.
Coming along? What do you want to do with them?
Oh, you know. Sprout flowers from the tip of my staff. Suspend... in midair.
So you want to be a street magician then?
Retreat if you know what's good for you!
Dragon Swarm! Try harder!
Bloody holiday!
Damn it! Dragon Swarm!
Are those arms even natural?
Time to let it rip! Dragon Swarm!
Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foot. Actually, pound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
We turn the tables on it.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back. Dragon Swarm!
Can't get out of this!
Those are impressive skills.
They took a lifetime to master.
Well, I'll have to keep training.
More for the stockpile.
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go. The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose, anyway? Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegus?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renaissance, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
No, Halim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegus may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cislodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
So Shion's thorns are dark astral energy.
Rinwell, are you...
Come to think of it, what happened to those 4 lights that fell from Lenegis along with the wedge?
All 4 of them scattered in different directions. It's anyone's guess where on Dana they might have landed.
I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed like those lights may have all been different elements of astral energy.
So even though they're using the wedge to siphon off energy from Dana, they're shooting it back down to Dana as well? Why?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Hopefully it's not a sign of some new threat we'll have to deal with.
But if that red woman has anything to do with the wedge, then what could that light...
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh?
The Red Woman. Shion and Dohalim said they'd never seen her before Pelegion.
Are you saying they're lying to us?
No, it's not that I think they're lying, just... There has to be some reason for it, right?
Well, one thing the 2 of them have in common is that they're both Renans.
Okay, you 2. Put a pin in it for now. I know that we're in the dark about a lot, but for now, let's focus on getting through these mountains.
Yeah, of course.
Retreat if you know what's good for you. No dawn shall break this night.
Here's evil!
Elusive deity! Eagle wave! I'm ready!
Looks like it could be worth... something.
Coming through!
Dragon Sword! Your dream! If it's in the sky, it's mine! Where are you going?
Bloody howling! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Lunar corruption!
This is bad, right?
Pesky
Yes,
airborne
Alvin!
scoundrel!
Very bad! Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Now let me free you of your
Dragon
power! Leave the ensnaring to me!
Yeah! And the pummeling to me!
You got company!
This one's all mine! Eat this! We turn the tables on him.
There are still more left!
Right. No time to hold back.
Do it!
Next!
As impressive as always.
Where I hope that is.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Shion actually look flustered.
Do it!
Catapult! Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Only the best materials in your garments.
You really do have quite the discerning eye, Dohalim.
Yeah, they all kind of look the same to me.
It sure got cold all of a sudden after we passed the peak.
Law.
Yeah, getting close.
No further!
I'm only getting started. Hold on to your heart.
Burn in
Here I
hell!
come. Will this help?
Dragon Swarm!
You don't mind if I do.
This death shall not be forgotten.
Flying freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
I'm ready! Sion!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Dance in the wind!
Everlasting dark.
Sleep now!
Dragon form!
I'll be saving this one!
Dragon form!
Rending you apart.
Great!
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Dragon form!
I'm only getting started! A wailing dancing of lightning!
Damn it! Rising Wiper!
Don't mind if I do! Freeze Laser!
Dragon form! We got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman
Dragon
handle
form!
it!
Dominate! In an instant! Impact block! We work
Here I
well
go.
together.
Like a finely timed
This
waltz.
one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon form!
Where are you going?
I'm ready!
Lightning! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! I still got a ways to go!
I won't forgive you!
Dragon form!
Blood. Rending you apart.
Bloody holiday! Make it try harder! We turned the tables on him! Damn it! Too fast!
Stand back.
Dragon form!
I'll strip it up.
Crescent flash.
Dragon form! Dragon form! I'm ready!
If it's in the sky, it's not my cue.
Shut him down! Dragon form!
Hold on to your heart.
Negative gate.
Here I come. Like dance in the wind.
Rising Wiper! Eat dirt!
They're all coming after me.
I'm coming, Manuel!
I'm not scared. I'm totally fine. Freeze Lancer!
We managed to pull through. We got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my... tastes, personally.
We made it to Cislodia.
We need to get that bridge down somehow.
It looks like we can control it from our side. Let's take a closer look.
Are you okay, Law?
Oh, fine. Just thinking. The past is a real downer. That's why I'm focused on what's ahead of me. You?
Yeah. I'm going to stay the path. As long as we're all together, I know we'll be all right.
Same here. Now let's get moving.